Okay, hello. I am Mildred, and about I created a video to answer the questions of my classmate post, and so to the prior knowledge, to the prior knowledge, I decided that I like the idea of videos. I like actually the idea of introducing. Uh, for us as teachers doing some research, finding videos that are appropriate, age appropriate, and then giving it, assigning it for homework. So just giving like the URL, or the link, whatever you, however, or send it to them through the classroom forum. And so that would be a good way for pre knowledge, prior knowledge. Another way, I think, primary sources such as this one, in the case of if we were using, reading something else, we could use this as an example for some sections of the Laramie Project as a primary source, and it gives them an idea of how people are reacting. And a lot of times when you hear somebody else say something or you see it in a video, then you're like, oh my God, what is this? So it hits you right here in the heart. It's emotional. Um, one, I think that if we look at the areas and demographics, I wouldn't really focus so much on the demographics, though we probably have to do it because it's a social study book. Um, for them, it will have to be some short readings that I actually would find for them and make them as short as possible because most likely most of them won't do it. Um, so I would say short readings for that, and also if they're videos or something that has technology that it's easy for them to maneuver, I can walk them in the classroom through it, like we can go to the computer lab, and then they can do this at home for a little bit when they have time and have an idea of the demographics. Um, as for another thing that I would like to do for prior knowledge is introduce this a video this it's a series, I guess you can call it. Basically, it's a series of interviews and also videos that they create, and I think they work on it all year round, and it's called "What Would You Do?" And so, what would you do is something that I learned from observing a French class. And what the teacher did, she had the students watch two or three of the videos, and they're about 2 or 3 minutes long each. And so she had the students watch each video, and what their assigned task was to write sentences with the verb, the main verb, written in the conditional. And so this was a little bit more. I think this was French three. I think it's French three or French four, and they had to write um, these sentences in French using the conditional. So every time she showed a video in that class that I observed, she had the students write a sentence based on what they saw in the video, and what would they do if they witness that intolerant that crime, somebody being a victim of a crime or violence or bias and discrimination. And so that's how it went. They did that several times during the class, and I was really impressed by that. So I tried that when I tried to student teach a little in the past, because this is a thing in the past, of course. But it wasn't a success when I was did it for class because all the kids thought they're supposed to write the sentences in English. So I had to revise that later on, to try to make it more clear, the instructions for them. But anyway, this is a video that shows so much intolerance and bias, and it's all staged. So the people that are being videotaped, they're playing a certain role, I believe. They're playing a certain role, and so it's pretending that they're biased. And so what happens is that when there's customers or people involved in the video that are not part of the video because they didn't agree to it, and they give their negative, intolerant opinion, um, it's on the video. And when they asked, and when they told it was a video, the first thing one of the customer said, "Oh, I feel really bad." The first thing he said to the cashier, before he was told about the video, was, "Oh, this person is this. They try to get this, they try to get that for free or whatever." And then when he was told by the video creator that it was all simulation, then he said, "Oh my God, oh, I felt really bad for her." So he changed his tune. So one of the things that I would like to, with these videos, introduce this as a prior knowledge, just for students to be aware that, yeah, there are a lot of in the closet people, for whatever reason. It can be intolerance, discrimination, but because they don't want to be a target. They don't want to be mistreated, and they don't want to be treated differently than anyone who may not be, anyone that is not unmainstream. And so that's the truth. But a lot of times people are in the closet because they don't want also to be attacked, um, for telling the truth, for saying how they feel, which they know is negative and intolerant. And so they decide not to um, speak up in public. So it is good to be aware that we see that with Marge, I believe her name is, in the book, in the Laramie Project, that she normally probably wouldn't say anything about homosexuality, but she said it then. It was an interview, so she was honest. And so it only takes once, because we don't know who's receiving the information, what that person will do with that information. Okay, have a good day. Thank you.